Here we have the new 2026 Chevrolet Silverado 1500. This one's a crew cab configuration, custom TrailBoss. So we get a 2-inch lift there, white sands paint, jet black cloth interior. The powertrain consists of a 5.3 liter naturally aspirated V8 made into a 10-speed automatic transmission. As we come around to the front end here, we do get our halogen headlamps. Love the red recovery hooks. And even though this one is a custom, it still has a really nice look to it. I would probably swap out these halogens for LEDs, but other than that, really like the front fascia of the customs in particular, with this one being a TrailBoss. Now down here we get these 20-inch black gloss aluminum wheels. Now with this one being a TrailBoss, you do get the Z71 package, so the 2-inch lift, the shocks, all of that. And then to the door panel, we get our power door lock controls here, power mirror controls. We get express down on all 4 windows, but we get 1 touch up and down on the driver's side as well. And then rear window lock, power mirror controls again. Bottle holders are here. Now over here, we can turn our tow haul mode on or off, and then we do have full 4-wheel drive, headlamp controls, electronic parking brake, hood release, pedals. We get a manual tilt steering wheel. You can hit the release there. But here's our power driver seat with 2-way power lumbar support. Now I'm about to show you all the payload and tow figures, but while I'm doing that, huge thanks to Chevrolet Buick GMC of Murfreesboro here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee for allowing me to review this truck today. I'll leave a link below in the description, but if you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home, click that second link down below. It takes just a minute to fill out your information, and I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on this or whatever new vehicle you might be interested in. There's a fire truck coming, so I'm gonna try to get through this sticker. But that's pretty much, if you're interested in the parts, content, all of that. Let's go ahead and hop in the back while this is driving past. Now I have the seat up front adjusted for someone of my size, being 6'3" with longer legs, so seat back pockets on both sides. But the space back here, absolutely great. It's a full-size truck, what you expect. And one of the reasons these are so long is to fit your full crew in here if you need to. Now there's a look at the front from back here. Rear AC vents are right there, and then you get a USB-C, USB-A charge port. And there's a look at the middle. LED reading lamps throughout, and then we do have a nice sturdy hanger hook if you want to hang your uniform or whatever. Child locks, lock and unlock on either door there. Fuel filler. And then as we come around to the back end, there's a look there. Love the black bow ties on these. Integrated exhaust, hitch receiver, spare. And then you do get the multi-pro tailgate as well, which is a nice touch on this custom here. So it gives you easier access to get in and out of the truck for whatever reason. And we do have a 120 volt 3-prong household plug-in down there. If you can see through the glare, I apologize. Now as we come around to this rear passenger seat, there's a look at that. Lower anchors for the car seats right there, and you can lift the seat up on either side if you want to put something underneath for whatever reason. You have part of the jack there. And then to the front passenger seat here, this is going to be 4-way manual. Lockable glove compartment there. Then we have a top pocket as well. Now as I come back around to the front, we're going to take a quick look in the engine bay. But there's that optional 5.3 liter naturally aspirated V8. And then before we hop in the driver's seat, I'm going to show off the blinkers. So let's go ahead and hop in here. So we get that hard plastic vinyl wrap steering wheel here. There's the horn. Now over here to the infotainment system, 8-inch display here. We get AM, FM, XM along with Bluetooth, wireless CarPlay, Android Auto compatibility as well. Trailer light test, camera there. Guidelines do follow you as you turn the steering wheel. And I like that you have an app for it while you're not driving. If for whatever reason you just want to keep it on while you're parked, I don't know. Keep your head on swivel. And then your settings over here, you can change your language right in there. And then your vehicle settings include rear seat reminder, buckle to drive, and teen driver. Now volume knobs down here, you can click that to mute the audio or hold it to actually reset the system, power it down. And you have a Bluetooth shortcut there and a home button shortcut there as well. So if you want to go between this more classic look or just have access to the apps, you can go between that. And then if you hold the top here, you can save your presets. So you have those options as well. Now down here, you do get manual climate control. So you use this knob to adjust the fan speed. You could press the button to turn the system on or off. And then you kind of have a, I guess, an animation there so you can see what's going on. And I like that they've done that. It kind of hooks up to the radio like some of the newer aftermarket systems that you can replace in like a Honda Civic or a Camry, where when you put it in there, it gives you an animation, lets you know if the AC is on, the fan speed, the temperature, and all of that. But fan direction can be chosen here. Temperature can be adjusted there. Then you have your lane keeping system, auto stop toggle, release for the tailgate, hazards, traction control, and you have your downhill brake control there. This one does include a trailer brake controller. You have a USB-C, USB-A duo there, and then a 12-volt and a 3-prong household plug-in here. Now your center console cubby space. This is a bench seat, so you can use it as a cubby space or use it as a third seat so you can see what's in there. And then you just lift it up, and then you have access to use it as a seat. And then you just release this to put it back down. And then underneath here, you have a button you can press, or a latch you can pull, excuse me, to get into this cargo space. And then if for whatever reason your key fob's low or whatever, you can just stick that in there and it should register if you have a low battery. But you can lock it with this right here. And there's a look at the back seat from up here. And then you do get a vanity mirror, which is nice. Back up front, left side stock, blinkers, high beams. You have your intermittent wipers here. And your auto high beams, you can toggle with that button, fluid. And then for the shifter, hit the brake, pull, reverse, neutral drive. Then you have that low gear, and you can use the limiter, and you can see what gear you're being held to in that bottom right-hand corner of the gauge cluster there in the middle. And then right side, cruise control, toggle that on or off, cancel, set your speed, and then the forward collision alert gap can be adjusted there. Now back up to the gauge cluster, you just have this knob you can turn. You want to see fuel economy, fuel range, all of that, tire pressure monitors. And then you can also go all the way down, change your units from US to metric if you want to do that. And then even change a few other options as well if you want to do that. But it'll let you know, you'll have that check in the bottom left-hand corner. Push button start. Finally, here's the key fob with remote start. But next, let's go ahead and take this 2026 Silverado 1500 Custom TrailBoss out on the road for a test drive. So starting the test drive in this 1500 Custom TrailBoss, it does have a bit more of a rugged feel, as you would expect with it being a TrailBoss as opposed to the traditional Custom. What I like about it is it still has that kind of raw feel to it. It's a Custom, it's a TrailBoss, so it does feel a bit more, I guess, rugged, a bit more basic. And you know, it's one of the things I like about this truck in particular. Now, another plus of this truck is you do have a few features that you don't necessarily expect in a custom. So I love having the power seat with the two-way power lumbar support. Of course, we get that standard wireless CarPlay, Android Auto compatibility. And then just having the full-on four-wheel drive as well is a really nice touch. I'm gonna slow it down here, give it a pull. Here we go. So it gets up to speed very nicely. It's a naturally aspirated V8. But I love the sound of the dual exhaust compared to the single outlet on the customs there. And usually those customs are the Turbo Maxes, which have a good sound as well, but I just love the V8 mixed with the exhaust you get there. But I want to give a huge thanks to Chevrolet Buick GMC of Murfreesboro for allowing me to review this truck today. I'll leave a link below in the description. If you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home, click that second link down below. It takes just a minute to fill out your information, and I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on this or whatever new vehicle you might be interested in. And it's a full-size truck. Road noise is just a bit more prevalent with these off-road tires, but other than that, I mean, still a great ride here. And it's pretty windy out, so I'm barely hearing the wind noise come through, but nothing really out of the ordinary. But one thing I will say about these trucks is because it's more of a factory lift, it's not a huge 6-inch, it's a 2-inch Z71 everything. It just feels so good for it to be as off-road oriented as it is, and that's one of the reasons I really like the TrailBoss trims in the custom and the LTs. Now, in terms of what you get for the money, GM has done they've done a really good job selling these trucks, right? So from a profit standpoint for the shareholders, it makes a lot of sense. But there are a few things that really irritate me about the custom trim level. And I realize it's not really a big issue, but it's almost just like the Audacity. So the biggest thing is gonna be the steering wheel. It's a $62,000 truck. It's like $62,079 for the sticker price. The off-road product is great, having that Z71, the 2-inch lift, everything that's included here, even the big, bold hood scoop, right? But to have this vinyl steering wheel, it just, and I hate to talk down on the manufacturers because they have a tough job, but it just feels so cheap to be over $60,000. And I would have rather had a bit more nicer finish here, or even leather, or put some kind of leatherette on there, whatever, and give me a telescoping steering wheel. At least I'll have that option. But just having a tilt here, again, having this much space in a truck, you don't really need to telescope the wheel, but it's the principle of it. The dash doesn't really bother me. You have that screen in the middle. Again, that's a bit dated compared to these all digital screens that we see, but I like it. It has a more simple feel. It makes sense. It's not confusing. I know where everything is. But on the good side, we do have full 4-wheel drive. We do have push button start. We have wireless CarPlay, Android Auto here. They haven't tried to take that out like they have some of the newer vehicles, the more technologically advanced vehicles that GM has. I like the storage in these as well, having 2 pockets over there, tons of storage in the door panel, and then having the storage pocket in the middle seat and the storage pocket underneath the middle seat. And this 5.3 V8 it's tough. You have the dynamic fuel management, say what you will about that, but it does help. Just the V8 in general is a tough engine. I love the 10-speed. And it still feels like a tough truck. It's one of those things where, again, if you get one of these from this dealer, if you're trying to get everything put on here stock on a custom, you're probably paying around the same money if you do it aftermarket. So I think it is a solid option. Again, it's just a lot for a pickup truck, and I would rather pay $65 and get a few more options, or even go up to an LT TrailBoss, but just my opinion. All that being said, this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2026 Chevrolet Silverado 1500 Custom TrailBoss.